Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about XinFin Network, aka XDC. So let's just dive in. And let's start off with the overall price. So we are up about roughly 12% today after a little bit of a downtrend. I mean, recently speaking, we had this nice little breakup, which we were addressing and talking about a little bit. I mean, it wasn't anything too special. We went from about 2 cents to about roughly almost 4.5 cents exact. So about roughly a 2x, over a little 2x, but now we came back down, retested a nice little area, roughly 3 cents, almost exact. And now we're sitting at about roughly 3.5 cents, which is great to see. Now, overall, I'm not expecting any drastic change in the price just yet, but I will welcome it if we do get to see it. I mean, recently speaking, we've been seeing a lot of price movement along the board for some assets. Today, XDC is the top 24-hour gainer on the top 100, followed by Graph, QNT, and XRP, and even XLM, which it's kind of comical because all 5 of these are in my portfolio and they've been doing very well on the last 7 days if you did buy the dip on some of them. QNT I bought the dip on. I didn't really get time to buy the dip on anything else, but you'll love to see it. I think that, you know, I honestly think that we are starting to see utility being the major focus from the institutional sector. We're starting to see a lot of institutional hands coming into play, which I love to see. You know, as we do look at XinFin, I think that's still one of the most overlooked assets in the space. Everyone looks at, you know, the tokenomics around some of these utility gems, and they're just like, oh, I'm going to turn a blind eye to it. I'll look into something else that has better tokenomics. Or they just look at the price action. Like, you know, if we look at the price action on XDC compared to some other assets, like, it's not incredible. But, you know, when we compare it to, you know, XRP or even XLM, you know, to me, I think XDC could very well pull like an XRP. I think that XDC is still very, very well overlooked. I think with all of the recent developments that we just recently seen as well, it solidifies where XDC is positioned in this market. I think that if you were holding XRP, XLM, and XDC, the trifecta, if you will, the triple X, I think that, you know, your portfolio is going to love you in the next couple months and possibly even years ahead because, you know, again, institutional adoption, use case and things like that take a little bit of time to develop, but, you know, so far from what we've been reading around documents and we've been doing a lot of research around, you know, some of the connections that XinFin has, I think that, you know, pieces are finally falling into place and I love to see it. So let's look at a few of the developments that recently happened. So SBI has been one of those companies that we've been watching for so long, ever since, you know, the Ripple XRP exposure that they've had. They've been very bullish on crypto assets and digital assets for so long, and I think that this is a great announcement. So we do see exciting announcement. SBI, a global banking powerhouse, joins hands with XDC Network, the leading blockchain platform for trade finance and payments. Now, this announcement did push the price. I think that that's why we are seeing such a drastic move on XDC. Again, almost 13%, nothing too crazy, but it's still very welcoming. We do see we're thrilled to expand our ecosystem in Japan through the strategic partnership with SBI VC Official. And yes, we do have the overall announcement over here that I'm going to go in depth on, but I love to see this because it's over 200,000 views. I think a lot of people are finally recognizing XDC. I think that a lot of people are realizing how large XDC will play. I love these dark horses, like these assets that nobody cares about. You know, I said it all the time about like Casper. Like Casper's one that a lot of people just don't care about right now. And I welcome that. I welcome when people lose, you know, faith and just confidence around some of these assets because they're not moving as fast as they thought they would. But ultimately speaking, like that's when you want to be buying these assets, when nobody cares. And now, you know, more than ever, I think that soon people will realize why we have been talking about XDC for so long over on this channel. So over here, we do see SBI VC Trade and XDC Network, Japan's first long-awaited crypto asset XDC, started handling. And here we have SBI VC Trade has signed a partnership agreement with XDC Network for the first time as a Japanese company. By the way, I am translating this with Google, so, you know, things might sound a little bit weird. It might just be Google being off. But nonetheless, we do see 2 years on the road while the SBI Group is investing in US company R3, keyword there, R3. I saw news that XDC will be used as a payment token for R3 Corda in early 2021. 2 years later, in May of 2023, SBI VC was able to conclude a partnership agreement with XDC Network. And yes, like as we look at R3 Corda, I actually just talked about this in think that was a video from yesterday. I think I made a video on XDC yesterday too. Like, this was the PDF file that I brought up. This is from Blockchain and DLT and Trade. This is from the WTO, the World Trade Organization. They were talking about TradeFinix, and if you look here, like, we do see the governing members can opt for a master node of XinFin network, the underlying blockchain network, or opt for a hybrid council node. Hybrid nodes can combine R3 Corda Enterprise, Hyperledger Pursue Enterprise, or Oracle Enterprise node with the XinFin master node. Exposure to R3, Hyperledger Pursue, and even Oracle, which is very exciting because, again, these are very large networks of networks. And now we do see over here in this announcement, you know, SBI Group is investing still within R3. We do see XDC will be used as a payment token for R3 Corda. That was in early 2021, which we were aware of it. And that's why we went heavy in XDC actually in early of 2021 before it ran up a little bit. I didn't get in XDC early though. Full transparency, I actually got in a little late. I think it was like during this like price move here. I mean, yes, technically still very early, but you know, nothing too incredible. And I did sell some. I took some profit on it, but you know, I'm still holding XDC for the long term. I'm still going to be buying a lot. Hopefully, you know, this price action does kind of cool off a little bit, but you know, I welcome even buying at 4 cents too, because I do believe in the long-term vision here around XDC. But you know, I think that this is very exciting. And remember, like, these trade finance networks are being created. They are being designed and developed, which is awesome. I love to see this. And also remember, SBI does have exposure to other tokens like XRP as well. They're very bullish on crypto. They've been very adamant about that. We do see enterprise specific layer 1 blockchain with high speed robustness and excellent security. They even talk about XDC here. The network is a blockchain that specializes in enterprises such as companies and financial institutions with the aim of improving the efficiency of trade finance, which is said to be worth about 2,000 trillion yen annually. I think that's like $14.5 billion, I believe. I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me. It is expected to be used in economic activities around the world, such as trade finance, supply chain management, and cross-border payments. XDPoS 2.0 for high-speed transactions. XDC realizes efficient processing capacity and low fees by using a consensus algorithm, that is an original improvement of DPoS, which has been increasingly adopted in recent years. And we can see the operations per second, the average commission, the energy consumption as well. By the way, XDPoS 2.0, that is becoming a reality. They did say that this is supposed to launch in the first quarter of 2023. I don't think that it's live yet. I might be wrong. I don't know why they are mentioning it in this article like this. But I think that they are just aware that POS 2.0, is on its way. And I've been following this for a while because this is a major milestone, and I cannot wait for this upgrade because I think that is also going to solidify, you know, the network's capacity for a lot of these major use cases, because it is going to unlock a lot more scalability and things like that. But also innovative solutions to streamline trade finance. Since its establishment, XDC Network has focused on trade finance and has worked closely with the World Trade Organization, ICC, which is a major name around trade finance, and many other government agencies. We provide innovative solutions to improve transparency and traceability in trade finance, reduce cost, increase transaction speed, reduce credit risk, reduce paperwork, and promote efficiency and growth in the industry. Remember, as we do look at XinFin, it is so damn bullish to focus on trade finance digitization, because that's where XinFin is mainly focused on. Enterprise-friendly hybrid blockchain, XDC provides solutions for trade finance as well as business-to-business transactions and financial institutions around the world. This is achieved by combining the functions of a hybrid blockchain and a highly transparent public blockchain and a private blockchain that can protect privacy. It is also attracting attention as a blockchain that can interoperate with ISO 20022 messaging, which is the new global standard around these major payments and payment technology and things like that, which is an international standard for financial transactions, like they said. And then down here, Alliance Network, the expanding XDC ecosystem. Connect with the enterprise platform Corda. XDC has a partnership with R3, which provides the world's leading distributed application platform, Corda Network, and is connected to the XDC network as a payment currency that can be used on the Corda network. The SBI Group has established SBI R3 Japan, a joint venture with R3, to promote the spread of Corda by providing Corda licenses and introduction support in Japan, as well as supporting collaboration with R3's overseas bases and Corda partners. I'm here. And here we have all of the major names tied to XinFin. Obviously, we've been focused on a lot of these like Impel as well as Trade a Token. I know a lot of you love WADSPay. I haven't really did a deep dive in it. I know that the supply chain was one that kind of like threw me off a little bit, but I might do a video on WADSPay at some point in time and do a little bit of an in-depth view into it. And then we do see signed a partnership agreement with XDC Network, started handling XDC for the first time in Japan. SBI VC will be starting to handle XDC from May 31st. First of all, we will start handling the actual product sales office and the accumulation service, and we plan to start handling it at B2C2, a major market maker. We are currently preparing to support staking and storage. After that, starting with the opening of XDC's Japan office, we will expand use cases in Japan and seek partnerships with SBI Group companies. And down here, we have a few quotes that I would love to note. XDC is the most compliant and enterprise-grade network. It can be said that it is a very useful network for regulatory authorities, banks, financial institutions, and companies due to its unique forensic function and KYC function in XDC 2.0, which, by the way, you know, a lot of people have been asking me, like, why isn't XDC valued much higher? This is exactly why. They're not catering to the retail sector. You know, I've talked about this many times with a lot of these other tokens, like, you know, Solana or even ADA. Like, they're specifically catered to the retail sector and hyped up so much to the point where, like, there really isn't much substance there besides the hype. XDC is focused on the big boys, the big names, right? And, you know, doing so doesn't create a lot of hype. It's kind of boring. But those are the coins that, in my opinion, will be the ones that really shine the greatest once utility is the full-on focus. What do you see? The partnership with SBI will develop large blockchain business use cases such as trade finance, settlement tokenization, etc., and will be a great help to us, XDC, in developing our business in the Japan market. And we do see down here, our proprietary hybrid blockchain enables enterprise optimized transaction speeds and low transaction fees. We would like to expand use cases in Japan together with SBI. And a lot of these use cases are, you know, trade finance, settlement, tokenization. Liquidity management is probably another one because we talked about that as well with TradeFinix. TradeFinix is creating a lot of these incredible, you know, areas of opportunity, especially around liquidity management, which I don't know if they do mention it here, but I know that when you actually go over to their website, you can look into that. Remember, TradeFinix is powered by the XDC protocol. But I'm so excited about this. I think that this is great. I think that's incredible. And remember, like, you know, as you do look at some of the tokens that SBI is bullish on, like here they all are. And remember, XRP is a major one that we've been following for so long around SBI. XLM is also on here. There's a couple other ones as well. There's a ton of them, actually, I should say. But I'm very excited about this. I think that this is great. And remember, like, this is right on par with what we've been mentioning around like institutional grade adoption. Like, through R3, because Corda is a major platform, like they've been focused heavily on trade finance as well. And I think that this is going to expose XinFin greatly to a lot of great names, big names, and it's also going to put a spotlight on XDC. And seeing XDC being the #1 gainer here, I love to see that. I think it's great. Yes, you know, this price move might cool off. We don't know at this moment because, again, like right now the market is up in the air on what's going to happen next. We are still waiting on Bitcoin to choose its trajectory. I think that if we start to break down, then we will most likely see 23 to 24K. If we do start to break up, then, you know, we are eyeing $30,000 plus. But we have to wait and see what Bitcoin is going to do next. I mean, meanwhile, as we do wait, you know, a lot of these tokens are starting to, you know, push up in value, which I love to see because, again, like we've been stacking these as they do just kind of trade sideways. And I even said, like, I'm averaging in on the trend when it starts to go sideways and find a bottom. And XDC has been one that if we look back in time on the 1 year going all the way back to the summer of 2022, like we've been waiting and buying the trends here, you know, as it does kind of just go sideways because we are waiting for a big break in the market. We know that XDC isn't just valued at $1.3 billion in market cap, which is the fully diluted. The actual market cap here going off the circulating supply is under $500 million. Like, I think that this thing is just extremely overlooked and it's extremely underappreciated as well in this space as a utility token. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.